Okay, hey everyone, Unknown here. This video will be a bit different since we're trying things differently, ironically. To say the least, one, yes, we're going with theory, is the Team Rocket trio truly evil? Personally, I say no. Oh, too much evidence against them being evil, honestly. Yeah. And as for that, there's always going to be some part. I plan on working on some stories. He's in a tabletop RPG type fashion, therefore it's not always going to be based on the dice if the decision makes it through or not. If it's more for the story to work out, then sorry to say, yeah, the dice are going to get ignored. Well, Unknown is going to be doing that, and he's planning on doing D&D first, Lost Mines of Fandelver, as he said in that update of what's to come. As for me, I'm still going to be here. But anyway, let's get started actually, because plenty to cover here, ironically. Catch you guys soon. Okay, so let's start here. Meowth, for example. Oh boy. Not much to him, or at least not much his history is given to us, but oh boy, definitely a lot in weird areas of is it controversial or what's going on? So let's start off here. So young Meowth, oh boy, young, homeless, everything like that. No parents, no one taking care of him. Oh boy. And not to mention, he was hung up on a tree just for knocking over a bin of baseballs? What the heck, people? That, I get people can be villains, but Meowth wasn't even what he was yet. He was just a kitten. A baby Meowth. Oh boy, people, what is wrong with you? Anyway, into that goes to the cat he quote unquote fell in love with. Sorry to say, just seeing her. No, no, I'm sorry. And changing yourself for her? Okay, I'm glad we got the amount we have today, but what did he have to give up? Honestly, let's think about it. Meowth has payday. Why are Team Rocket always so? Let's put it out there. Her in poverty. Why are they unable to make money to survive? I'm not sure. I'm not saying this fact. This is more of a guess last theory, but basically, Meowth gave up the ability to use payday. But with Meowth called him basically meanings, and even saying at the point of I don't like you because you're basically a runt. And then when he learns to be more human-like because she likes humans more, she basically says, "Oh my lord," she basically calls him a freak. What's that, girl? And to me, I'm glad he found family originally with the person in the gang. Don't know whatever happened with it, but you remember the first word he learned as well in Meowth was rocket. That's how he got into Team Rocket or when to find it. Okay, so that's really all we get on Meowth's history. Okay, simple, heartbreak, all that, simple enough. Fine, Danny. I'll give you that one. And he doesn't have a family. Okay, so let's get into that one. Oh boy. Next up, we have James. Honestly, that's a lot to unpack also. Oh, but not as much as me. Well, more than Meowth, but not as much as Jessie. Which, oh boy, this is going to get a bit complicated. But honestly, I don't blame him, just like I don't blame Meowth. So let's get into that one real quick. But, so let's point this up. James grew up privileged, grew up rich, had a great lifestyle. How much was he actually taught on how to live on his own? Really, he's great. He's able to manage all things, but there's a lot of faults there too. One, he left all that behind. Fine, didn't he? But he probably didn't know what else to do. Heck, he didn't even know how to ride a bike. Heck, if you look back at his past where he was Trainer James, and I'll pull that up real quick. Yeah, boy. And this is even tougher with James. He grew up not knowing how to ride a bike, and probably so many other things that he would have to learn on his own after running away. And that is with leaving his first one, his best friend, who we know to be Growly, a Growlithe. And why did he run away from home? Oh my lord. Psycho fiance is what I call her. I know she's called Jezebel, but dear lord, I'd rather not think of her anywhere close to Jessie. She's a psycho! Jessie at least has many reasons for why she's crazy, but Jezebel? Psycho is what I call her. She's a psycho fiance. I'm sorry. And I'll get into that one real quick right now. As I was saying, Jezebel, the psycho. She's controlling. She's toxic. She basically makes it so. Guess what? He has to be under her thumb. She has to. He has to follow her rules. He basically doesn't get anything in his own life. She's honestly, I do not like her. She's cuckoo, cuckoo. Sorry to say, but I'm sorry to say, toxic people like that to me are cuckoo, cuckoo. So sorry to say, but nope, don't like her. Will never like her. Rather, she never existed. Heck, honestly, I wish James' parents, who are probably so absent and who know, nope, don't get him this girl as a wife. Don't arrange this marriage. She is a cuckoo, cuckoo. Sorry, but I'm not even trying to make light of this decision, but dang, she's crazy. I'm not usually this bad, but she's crazier than I have any respect for. I'm sorry, but she's crazy. That's all I can really get out. Trying to control everything about his life. Heck, she even insulted Growly, his first friend, his best friend. Ralph, would you, any of you who love pets or have pets or even love any animals and you were close to one and take someone insulting your best friend, your pet, and someone that's family to you, heck, if you have a best friend, would you take basically getting letting them be an insult lightly? Especially with some crazy psycho who's trying to control your life completely. So I say, nope, I don't think anyone would. Sorry. This is their true friend. Anyway, sorry, that's just something I really do not like about with this girl, this psycho. Sorry, next one is Jessie. Sorry about that. Okay, everyone, now on to the most in-depth and complicated character of all, Jessie of Team Rocket. Oh boy, let's get into this one, because there's a whole dive into her history, which is pretty crazy, honestly. Now, let's get into this one. Oh boy. Jessie is actually an orphan. Her mother was a high-ranking a high-ranking member, not mess, a high-ranking member of Team Rocket who went looking for Mew. She's never returned, and it's technically, if I'm correct, she either died or technically she quote-unquote died, as in she just vanished off the grid. Well, that's a lot for one kid at that moment alone. And I won't lie, she's grown up in poverty, if we're being honest. This is gonna get into a lot, honestly. So let's get into that one real quick. Oh boy. So let's start off with, like I said, she was raised in poverty. The best part of that is, well, nothing's the best part of it, but the part of it that shows us the most, aka the best part that shows us, the Snowgus board. Aka, sometimes Jessie had to eat snow. Like, there were snow sushi rolls, there was basically snow potatoes, snow bread, and snow pudding. Okay, I get it, kids love to eat snow, but actually have to survive it at times? At the point, it's like, honestly, it's even more heartbreaking considering she honestly has that as one of her best childhood memories. Like, honestly, I don't know what else to say. It's like she had a good foster parents, ironically. Yeah, the dubbing and the English version will say real family, but honestly, they're foster parents. They're the people who adopt her, and I'm sorry, it hurts to think that people who are considered evil had to go through all of this, and it's just Jessie having the hardest of all and always seen as the meanest. Honestly, she's kind of learned different. She learned the world isn't kind. Yeah, James and Meowth have too, and we don't know half as much of they've been through as we do with Jessie. But Jessie shows us all the hard times she's went through. Yeah, some people compare her to Jezebel, but honestly, she loves her Pokemon just like all of Team Rocket. She's willing to do what's best for them, just like Ash will, even if it means releasing them. And she considers them family. She tries to make things right for herself and her found family, taking the lead, serve like a mother figure at times. Someone that's there. Uh, Sorry. I'll get on to the next point. Mm, I'll even show myself again. Be right back. I guess the next part I'll get into is Jessie went to school to, well, uh, be a Pokemon nurse, like Nurse Joy. And when you look at this, it shows she's made best friend with Chansey, and we know they eventually became Blissey. Even the Blissey Chansey, I can't remember what at the time, basically gave her half of the necklace pendant, and half of the egg shaped pendant to say to remember each other by. Why would Pokemon do that? A mon like Chansey, who's always trying to help others, as we've seen with Nurse Chansey and other Chanseys that care about others, even Brock's Happini, who Chansey to Blissey. No, they don't take kindly to evilness, and they've helped. And honestly, it's just one of those things I look at, it hurts. It really does hurt that she has to go through all that. I'll be right back for the next point. Next, we know Jessie was in a biker gang. Maybe not the best or worst, but she was actually there after the Pokédex school. Same with James. Both having flunked and failed in the case. Met there, though. Who knows how they left and if they remembered each other, and then they re-met with Meowth in essentially Team Rock HQ on training, being recruited there, and became a team with Meowth. And it was hard at first, but she joined a local biker gang. It was actual bicycles, not even motorcycles. But still, it's just one of those things of like, she's found so many families and lost so many. And it's just like, here's the next part with how she was this, Chain or Jessie. Next up, we'll get to that one real quick. So the next part, we know Jessie tried to be a model. That obviously didn't work out. She tried to be an idol with her friends that she found two of them, so it's a group of three with them, trying to be friends. And that leading to the next part, she also tried to be a weather girl. And all those seem to fail. Heck, she didn't even pass it into idols, and that leads into the next part. As Easton Austin? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but you'll see what I mean in a second. Well, next one, the one that she didn't go with for True Love, Easton, I as well call him because I can't remember what's been called in English dub, but she gave him up to try and go with her friends, and she only lost those two friends, family. She lost the way, well, she lost someone she could have loved, and that led her basically not giving her Dustox a choice but to follow the one they love, not to miss out on love. Would that have been a good thing or bad thing? Depends on how it turned out. Even one of the best things. Sort of like Ash released his Butterfree to follow his dreams, staying strong so he didn't have to see him cry and come back. Jessie let those emotions out, but still, it hurt her hard. Just like it would have with Dustox, someone she cared about, a bond she considered family. And okay, to the next one, I don't want to make this too much longer, and it just trying to get harder the more I see the heartbreak for everyone. Give me a moment, please. Next, we have Christopher, someone just convinced to follow their dreams, follow their passion, and not follow in Team Rocket's footsteps. Someone she met a while ago. She was truly evil, like people sometimes make her out to be, and others have to be a Team Rocket, that they have to be evil, they have to be villains because of them being part of Team Rocket. Why wouldn't they try to keep him in there? We know Team Rocket will try to recruit anyone, but why would Jessie, like, all your dreams, do what is best for you? If she was truly evil, why would she let go of all these wands? Just like, why would James let go of his wands and all that? It's like one of those things where, heck, Christopher even named it Jessie and James Noodle Shop. When I look at it, it's one of those things of, let's get down to all of it. This end. For this final part, I'll be more invisible, to say the least, too. But these three have their moment to shine, in a sense. As we look at it, they're willing to do what's right. How they've saved the world. If they really didn't care, why wouldn't they take the opportunity when people are paying steal Pokemon? Why would they help save the world? Why would they save the people that oppose them, that get in their way so many times? Despite them saying if the world wasn't saved, what would What did he do then? We wouldn't be alive, all that. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I could give them that if it wasn't for the fact of, yeah, common good. Okay, common good versus greater evil. Basically, them helping out the common good versus greater evil. I could understand that if it really was how it was, and they didn't, release Arbok, Dustox, all the Pokemon they've released are left behind, family that they've need to let go out of the nest, and the family that they have now. And forgetting about Wildfat, but he's not a part of this video. He's part of the Teamwork Trio, making a quartet, but we're talking about the trio, not the quartet. So in this case, why? They've always had opportunities to stay behind, be good, been presented to each of them multiple times, but usually just individually. And the one time all of them had that chance, guess what? They were blasted off and sent back to be villains, basically. They lost that chance to be the heroes they could be. But why does that matter? Look at it like this. If one leaves Team Rocket, eh, they leave the family in a sense. They don't lose the family, but they leave the family temporarily. But if they all left Team Rocket, they would have free chance. But no chance like that has been offered to them. And when you look at it, we don't know what Team Rocket does to traitors. We don't know what they do to deserters, basically. So why wouldn't they? There has to be some reason why they would just stick around. But mainly I start to look at it like if they all left, they would have so many chances to do so much more. They could open all these businesses. Heck, Meowth, those two helping Meowth and make sure he stays safe. He could help translate. He could be basically like a relationship counselor for a trainer and their Pokemon, or Pokemon and their trainer. And Jessie and James, and they're helping because they are family. Heck, Jessie could even be the manager, keeping the resources in check, the money they are in check. James helping out with, well, he loves Pokemon and he can help the trainer understand what needs to be done better. He's in touch with Pokemon like that. Now he's able to tell the trainer what's wrong, help him understand what needs to be done. They have, heck, they go to a mechanical shop. Look how mechanically inclined they can be. They make these giant robots out of basically scraps when you think about it. Like, okay, let's say they have all this money to make those robots. I think they were sort of prioritize eating first. So after so many robots, I think they stopped funding and they started using the scrap. It makes sense actually. And it helps out in that case. It goes so much deeper. If they were truly evil and not just down the wrong path, that they can still leave. I know they can still leave it. I believe they can. With a little bit of help, they can leave it. Find the right place for them. Heck, there's so many choices they could have done and can do, and it'll help them in the long run. So for me, my verdict is they're not evil. They've done the right thing. They've done what's best for others. They don't follow even Team Rocket's motto. They actually say to protect the world from devastation, not to blight the world from devastation. Hold on, let me get the two mottos up real quick. It's one of those things. Just oh boy, it's one of those things that's gonna be hard, honestly. Okay, give me a moment. Team Rocket mottos. Okay, so let's get down to the real one. Jessie, prepare for trouble. James, make it double. Protect the world from devastation. Unite all peoples within our nation. And yes, it does say people, but I'm gonna guess it might mean people, but I'm not getting into that one. Renounce the evils of truth and love to extend our reach to the stars above. Jessie, James, Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. Meowth, that's right. And if you go into translation of the Japanese meaning, if you ask us this or that, the pity of the world is what responds. Prevent the destruction of the world. Protect the peace of the world. Stand by the evils of truth and love. Have the lovely, charming villains. Musashi Kojiro, pair from Team Rocket, soars through the galaxy. A white hole, a white tomorrow awaits us. Something like that. But really? Let's now look at the quote unquote regular one. Okay, switching cast. Prepare for trouble and make it double. Here's our mission, so you better listen. To infect the world with devastation, to blight all people in every nation, to denounce the goodness of truth and love, to send our wrath to the stars above. Cassidy and Butch, of course, or Team Rocket, circling Earth all day and night. Surrender to us now, or you will surely lose the fight. And honestly, if we're going to, I don't think you can exactly count the City no Mario in this case. But let's look now right back at the differences. To protect the world from devastation, not to infect the world with devastation. They want to protect the world, okay? To unite all peoples within our nation, to blight all people in every nation. Light is something bad. It's an infection. It's something that is a pestilence, basically. Something sickening, a disease, basically. They say to renounce the evils of truth and love, to denounce the goodness of truth and love. Well, okay, when we look at the evils of truth and love, love is blinding. We know that. The image of James actually did love Jezebel. He would be in love with a toxic person, and he would be blind to it. The truth, some truths can be subjective, objective. Why would someone can see that as always good when it can actually be very harmful? Okay? So, to denounce the goodness of truth and love. Real love and real truth are very good things, but when they're misused, turned around into and twisted, it becomes evil. To extend our reach to the stars above, to extend our wrath to the stars above. And when you look at it, it's like, why? To extend our wrath. But then they say, to extend our reach. Our reach can be a good thing. It's more in the neutral area, but reaching out can help someone. They extend their reach to the stars above. But to extend your wrath, wrath is evil. It's something that can be harmful. Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light, turn now or prepare to fight. Okay? Well, they're giving them a chance to surrender so they don't have to fight. They are giving them a chance well, be around. And blast off at the speed of light, that helps. That means they're going to try to go as fast as they can to do all this. But then there's more to this. Yes, okay, we're Team Rocket circling Earth all day and night. Surrender to us now, or you will surely lose the fight. They're not giving them a chance. They're saying you will lose if you don't surrender. Okay, that's the English version. Let's look at now Cassie and Butch's well, mm, translate Japanese version. If you ask us this or that, we usually don't respond. But we'll make an exception to this time and answer. Prevent the destruction of the earth, protect the peace of it, who stand by evil with love and sincerity, keep mischievous villains, prepare from Karak, source of the universe, shocking pink, a pink tomorrow awaits us. Okay, so they're saying to prevent the destruction of Earth. But something about that and to protect the peace of Earth? Well, okay. That's good and all until we get into to stand by evil with love and sincerity. Okay? Preventing destruction and peace, preventing destruction and protecting peace can be good unless it's a tyrannical type. Then no one's winning, then no one is protected. So if you look at that fine, Dan, I can understand it. And heck, it's honestly one of those things. Like, yeah, each season eventually gets to know it. Prepare for trouble from the skies, from beyond the stars, a nasty surprise. Mind me, and he was ordered to Halsey sent here to fulfill our destiny. Okay, fine, Dandy. Anywhere there's peace in the universe, Team Rocket will be there to make everything worse. I would get it, but it's not really them. Yeah, I could understand it. Like, each time you go down farther, it's like dashing hope, playing fear in its place, bring chaos, a brightening path. Yes, a rose by our name is just as sweet. When everything's worse, our work is complete. Are we sure that's what they really believe in, though? Because why would they go about that? Like, I'm getting it's more so they're facing off against Ash and his friends, but really? What question, Turpus indeed. We'll answer these questions when we feel the need. Bring the blind white light of evil into the future, thrusting the hammer of justice down to the black darkness of the universe. Okay, well, one, they're bringing hammer of justice down the black darkness. Okay, bringing the blinding white light of evil. Evil's not usually seen with a white light. The fiery destroyer and with thunderous emotion. Basically, Jessie and James Wise is wise, Meowth. Now, gather under the name of Team Rocket. Fine, Danny, I can understand it. For they're still saying good things. Like, even when you say dashing hope, putting fear in its place, no. Bring chaos at a breakneck pace, no. Arrows by Aaron name, fine, Danny, I can give them. But when everything's worse, our work is complete. Honestly, no. Their work is usually complete after they helped, honestly. Maybe Team Rocket doesn't believe that, but each of their problems, each of those mechs has helped, whether it's evolving Ash's Pokemon or whether it's been helping some other trainer or some Pokemon without even forcing them to join, but helping them out even to evolve and believe in themselves. Okay, prepare for trouble. You know the drill, and make it tough. You'll get your fill. Protect the world from devastation to unite the people, within our nation, or even to unite all people within our nation to denounce the evils of truth and love. Send our reach to the stars above. hmm Basically, back to the original. So, honestly, it's one of those weird situations. Heck, even X and Y. Prepare for trouble and make it double. Protect the world from devastation. Unite all people within our nation. Again, same thing right here. Mm, okay, so I guess it will be modified depending on the situation. But even it's this colossal, a little long one, actually is very different. If someone asks something, we're to find out. Noble answers are what we're all about. We decelerate the flowers and moon, hide and seek. I'm not getting into that one because really nothing bad about that. Yeah, something's kind of hard to see. Not a bad thing. Some people don't like to be seen when they're feeling shame. A single flower of evil in this fleeting world. Why a single flavor? Why a single flower, Jessie? And nobly heroic man of our times, master of darkness, fighting back against a tragic world. It's James. It's all for one and one for all. A glittering dark star that always shines bright. Say it while Meowth takes fight. No, takes flight. You see what I'm saying? They're actually more good. Why else would their channels always be like this? Yeah, change up, fine, dandy. But honestly, when you look at it, it's honestly, they're not bad people. They've had so many chances to be evil and villainous. Ooh. But honestly, why? Why would they say this when those are good things? Let's get down to it. They're not villains. They're not evil. They mean well. They're just in a bad situation and afraid to leave. Afraid to leave those who have been how they've been together. When you look at it, it's a case scenario of Jesse, James, and Meowth aren't bad guys. They're in a bad path, yes. They're not evil. They're not bad guys. They're not even villains. They want the best for a lot of people. But they're in a bad team. They're in a bad place. You don't have much choice in this case. Sorry, game, no rhyme. But what I'm just saying is they're not evil. They honestly been through so much they've learned they only have each other at times. Yeah, they have all these friends they made. Heck, they could even have Ash if they turned over a new leaf. Honestly, they've been with him more than most of his traveling companions. They've seen him grow. They've even helped support him, honestly, at times. And honestly, it's a case of, okay, why would Meowth, who says he's lying about wanting to join Ash and be his friend, I don't think it was lying. He said with such sincerity, yeah, it was supposed to be a evil lying trick, but he really meant it, honestly. He doesn't want to be evil. The other dude, Jesse and James. Yeah, Meowthkin says he was the top cat. No, he was more of a butler and servant to Giovanni. We've seen that. So no, to me, not this case. They're actually good people. They just need help. So sorry if this has gone longer than I ever even meant it to. I didn't mean for getting near 30 minutes. That's what I'm getting at. So honestly, to me, they're not bad people. They're actually good guys. Look at all they've done, all they've been through these last 25 years for us. However long it's been for Ash and his friends and them. But to me, they won't break. They're not bad guys. They're not villains. I mean, they're good guys. I don't mean all of Team Rocket. A lot of Team Rocket can be seen as villains. But some could very well be in the Team Rocket Trio's situation, having nowhere else to go at this point, and once they're in, they don't know how to get out. So, I'll leave you at that. See y'all next time.